Um, I think today we're gonna do all three of the sinners interrogation. So, let me trying to find them. Hold on. By the way, only Ying Ying is voice, so I have to read everything with Wuhuanzi and Yugu interrogation. What the heck? Oh, Wuhuanzi is A rank. Oops. Okay, we need to find her. Dude, I have so many A ranks, so it took a while to find her. Or do I have to? You know what? I find her in here is better. Holy shit. Hey. Where is she? She all the way down here. There she is. Okay. Info. Interrogation room. There we are. She all the way down here. Oh wow. Okay, we started. Okay. So I have to read all of this. So bear with me. In your stuffy office, where the air hangs heavy and still, you silently leaf through the medical report about Wuhuanzi patient. As you read on, your brow furrow in confusion. You're reading but you're not understanding anything. Drinking water mixed with paper talisman ashes, sticking talisman on people's bodies, making patients dig up weeds, acupunctures. These treatment methods sure seem familiar to you. After what happened at the Fae, nothing surprised me anymore. Yeah, Chief is so done. Oh my god. Nightingale give a sly smile as you turn the pages. Coming across the patient's latest physical examination result. The Bureau arranged medical examination for this patient. And well, they are in good shape. Healthier than before even. Eastern medicine is truly beyond our understanding. You stroke your chin thoughtfully, setting aside your doubt for now as you pick up another report. This one tracking her movement. After entering the city, Wuhuanzi ran street clinic in crowded areas. Despite her low fee, she attracts few patients. She would also often get driven away by security officer for practicing without a license. Oh yeah. She's too young to have a license, I guess. It's understandable that the city resident would be wary of such a young traveling doctor claiming to be from Istia. Even if her skills are genuine, those treatment methods would scare quite a few people away. You add inwardly while unconsciously checking for non-existent acupuncture mark on your body. Eventually, she reached the drifter camp and stayed there for a while before continuing her medical practice somewhere. Before continuing her medical practice elsewhere, until she got involved in Wisteria Mania incident. After that, she remained there offering free medical services for good karma, she say. For good karma. She keep mentioning this word during the Fae too. What exactly does good karma mean? You were too busy recovering your chi to ask back then. But perhaps now is a good time to find out. Has she shown any changes in joining the bureau? Nightingale shakes her head and looks up from her device. Since joining the bureau, she's been proactively offering treatment to both sinners and staff members. She's not offended when they refuse either. She simply returned after some time and offered her service again like it's some kind of routine checkup. Chief Wuhuanzi interrogation is Wuhuanzi interrogation day from now. Dude, I can't read. Okay, hopefully it doesn't buffer anymore because I don't know why it keeps happening. But yeah. Chief 100 okay, let me read this. Chief 100 interrogation is scheduled for 2 days from now. Do we need more time for observation? Also, should we stop her from providing unauthorized medical treatment within the bureau? Instead of answering Nightingale right away, you tap your finger thoughtfully on the desk. While Wuhuanzi's behavior seemed consistent with her patterns since her arrival in the city, something about it felt off. According to these two reports, Wuhuanzi never stayed in one place for too long, and she appears to show no interest in following up her patient condition. Just like at the bureau, patients everywhere are often skeptical and refuse her treatment. But rather than showing any frustration, she simply moved on to the next potential patient. Day after day, she lived this life of constant rejection and suspicion, showing neither desire nor initiative. You begin to wonder if her medical practice is just another part of her well-programmed routine. Rather than curing her patient truly, Wuhuanzi seemed more concerned with treating as many people as possible, almost as if she's trying to meet some kind of performance quota. No need. We will proceed with the interrogation as scheduled. As for how to handle her unauthorized medical practice, the interrogation should give us answers. All right. In the interrogation room, the petite Asian girl sits stiffly in her chair. She takes a brief glance around the claustrophobic room, showing neither panic nor anxiety. Instead, she sits in silence, waiting for your arrival. You turn on the light. Due to a faulty connection, it flickers several times before finally staying on. Wuhuanzi instantly raised her hand to shield her eyes. Realizing the light isn't as hard as she expected, she slowly lowered it. Whew, that's a relief. I thought this would be the 5th light I would have broken since coming to the bureau. Relax. The bureau equipment is sturdier than that. My friends, your complexion have worsened during the days I didn't see you. Ashen face, furrowed brows, lightless eyes, pale lips. Oh, she is tired. She can see that. Did you bring me to this private cell today so I can give you a special consultation? Her eyes are largely hidden behind thick bangs, making her expression unreadable. But her quiet muttering, you detect some sort of enthusiasm? Of course not. One must never turn a blind eye to their ailment, however mild they might be. As fortune would have it, I wrote a new healing talisman just yesterday. Wuhuanzi leans forward and pulls a bright yellow talisman from her wild sleeve. You wave your hand frantically to refuse, terrified that she might burn it into ashes and force you to drink them any second now. Oh my god. I'm in reasonably good health, thank you. Very well. You can come to me for treatment whenever you need it. Wuhuanzi looked unbothered, seemingly used to this kind of response. She took the talisman back into her sleeve and meticulously straightened the cup. Easier medicine focusing on observing one vital energy, predicting its course, and treating ailments before they manifest. It's simply a different approach from the city prevailing medical theories. As the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. Let's not to wait until the illness becomes untreatable. Slow down. As Wuhuanzi rattled off an incomprehensible stream of medical terms, you feel like she's practically writing your epitaph already. You have interrogated many sinners before, and plenty try to dodge questions with sweet talk and tell tales. But this is the first time someone has tried to distract you with entire medical lecture. She still sound like that. She still sound like that concerned young healer, you know. But unlike during the Fate incident, there's no risk of chi deflection for you anymore. If not for your extensive interrogation experience, her elaborate medical discourse might have successfully diverted you from the matter at hand. Thanks for the exterior. Oh my god, I can't read. Thanks for the exterior medicine crash course. Let's set that aside for now. Pay careful attention to my following question. Your answer to them will determine the level of supervision you will place under. With the medical discussion over, Wuhuanzi reverts to her usual gloomy self. She adjusts her glove and shrinks back into her chair. Why were you at the fair when the wisteria mania broke out? Because of my bad luck. Huh? I wish I knew. I tried so hard to avoid that storyteller. When she went left, I went right. But somehow, no matter which direction I took, all paths led to the same place. I still ending up getting dragged into her story. And this time it was even worse. Dream piled on top of illusion. And I end up in that bizarre fate. Not only did I nearly die, but now I lock up in this bureau or whatever it is. Poor girl. As Wuhuanzi hangs her head in dejection, you find yourself feeling sympathy for her. It's another soul cursed with the same awful looks at you. Damn. Sheep, you better give her a hug. Don't look at me with just pity. I have grown accustomed to walking hand in hand with misfortune. It's simply something I have to live with. Her melancholy lasts but a moment before she regains her serene composure. You avert your gaze. What brought you to the city? To save lives, of course. What I mean is, you're from the Healer Vale in Istia. Why travel all the way to the city to practice medicine? Weren't there enough patients back in Istia? I'm merely an herbalist. Traveling to heal the sick is my calling, and how I gain experience. With mania running rampant in this city, there are naturally more patients here, and thus more opportunities to earn good karma. You say you practice medicine for good karma. What exactly does it mean? It's part of spiritual cultivation practice. Accumulating good karma lessen karmic burden, ward off misfortune, and enhance one's spiritual power and enlightenment. What? Karmic burden, spiritual power, and enlightenment. There are even more terms that are unheard of. Seeing your bewildered expression, Wuhuanzi realized it's useless to pull you further into cycle of incomprehension. Let's just say healing people earn me good karma. According to Wuhuanzi, healing people earn her good karma. Does she mean that good karma is her only motivation for helping others? Or is it a byproduct of her charitable acts? I have known other sinners who were doctors. They act out professional calling, never mentioning any personal gain from helping others. Even considering regional differences, and varying medical philosophies, could practitioners of the same profession really have such contrasting motivation? Are your persistent attempt to treat me also about earning good karma? Yes, and you are someone important around here. You're like worth even more good karma. Wuhuanzi asked seriously as if she tried to sound more convincing. You're not sure if you should be glad to hear about your high karmic value. Did I ever reveal that I was someone important during the fay? Wuhuanzi mumbled something incoherent without giving a proper explanation. Seeing her invasiveness, you press on with your question. But you have also helped ordinary citizens and people from drifter camp. They hardly what you call important people. In Istia, we also believe having something is better than having nothing. Her fumbled with her words before finally forcing out a reasonable sounding answer. You let out a sign. having expected her to say something more compassionate, like wanting to help her patient recover, or that she unable to ignore other suffering. So according to what you're saying, you earn different amount of good karma depending on who you save. Do you lose karma if you fail to treat them? How many ordinary citizens would equal one VIP? Is there a formula for this? Your rabbit question visibly unsettled Wuhuanzi, though she managed to maintain her composure. The mechanism behind is not meant to be understood by mere mortal like us. So does practicing without a license reduce your good karma? I merely lack the city official permission. That doesn't affect my ability to heal patients. Wuhuanzi deliberately sidestepped any question about how karma is calculated, brushing them aside with vague answers. I can understand people's desire to accumulate wealth, but what's your purpose in accumulating good karma? Your beliefs seem to lack any support from concrete theory or data. After a long silence, Wuhuanzi finally speaks, her voice barely above a whisper. To break free from my curse of misfortune. Out of all things Wuhuanzi has said, two concepts appear more frequently than others: good karma and misfortune. They seem to form an impregnable barrier around her, like a glooming shadow. How much good karma do you need to break the curse? Is this some kind of progress bar to track it? Wuhuanzi shake her head. The Asian text say, 3 good deeds a day for 3 years shall bring heaven blessing. Since my misfortune persists, I must not have accumulated enough good karma yet. It's bad for you a little. Would anyone really keep at something when absolutely no result can be seen? Help me understand something. As a physician, when you prescribe medicine, don't you adjust the treatment plan based on how the patient responds? So going back to our subject, if your actions aren't bringing any changes into your life, could it be that good karma simply isn't the right medicine for breaking your curse? Wuhuanzi lifted her head slightly as if to speak, but after a moment, she drops her gaze again, fidgeting nervously with her fingers. What I mean is, you have accumulated so much good karma already that you still seem constantly troubled by bad luck. Before you can finish speaking, you can feel such a depressive energy coursing through the shackle. At the same time, you realize you might have just said exactly the wrong thing. Oh no, Chief. What do you do? You're right. I tried so hard to accumulate good karma, so why am I still cursed with such terrible luck? A disaster destroyed my homeland and took my family away. I lost everything that mattered to me, only to end up cursed with this endless misfortune. I don't know how much good karma is considered enough. I can only keep trying to earn more. Surely one day I'll have enough to break this curse, right? Instead of deflecting with her usual mystical theories, Wuhuanzi opens up about her past in Istia. Her last words sound less like a question and more like a quiet confession to herself. What good would knowing the truth do? Nothing can be changed. Nothing can be changed. It would only bring more pain. Her head sank lower and lower as waves of despair seemed to materialize around her, dark energy gathering and wrapping her in ever deeper darkness. Release the shackle. The shackle helped bring Wuhuanzi back to her senses, to keep her shoulder a gentle pat. Pause the interrogation and offer her a glass of water. Ah, dude, she been through so much, man. Good karma. You pick up your pen and write down this unfamiliar Eastern term. Something so intangible truly exists. Could accumulating good karma really break the curse of misfortune that plagued Wuhuanzi? What makes her believe so firmly in this? Has she witnessed the miraculous power of good karma firsthand? Or is she simply chasing after some vague Eastern myth? As the interrogation progressed, instead of finding answer, you left with even more mysteries. One that seemed impossible to solve. You set down your pen, having come to a decision. That concludes this interrogation. The Bureau has been monitoring and examining the condition of your patient. Until now, they are in good health. Though you may be practicing without a license, you are without a doubt a qualified physician. At your words, Wuhuanzi's tense body began to unfold. She glanced at you and finding no trace of mockery in your expression, finally lets out a deep breath of relief. Many people at the Bureau need medical attention. While we do have our own infirmary, I suppose we could give Eastern medicine a try. Of course, our infirmary will monitor the progress. You need anything, you can always reach out to Nightingale. Wuhuanzi is taken back. Not only have you stopped questioning her, but you have even permitted her an unauthorized practice. Her usually expressionless face showed a mixture of disbelief and astonishment. She was like, she can't believe she actually helped. I believe her. Oh my god. Thank you. So can I can go now? You nod and watch quietly as Wuhuanzi make her way out of the interrogation room. You try to organize your thought, setting aside for now your question about good karma and misfortune. We consider good karma as a kind of currency. Wuhuanzi practice isn't much different from regular medical care. Sometimes she even offers free treatment, not receiving any actual payment at all. How is it any different from charity work? Earlier, you had the expression she only cared about the number of patients she treated, not the actual result of her treatment. But just now, when she heard about her patient's excellent health, her visible relief was unmistakable. She didn't look like a doctor who would simply neglect her patient's condition. Does she not want people to see her act of kindness? Or maybe she even tried to hide how much she truly cared about saving lives. Then could she be using good karma as an excuse to hide her true feeling? Do people like her really exist? But why? Try as you might, you can't make sense of it. Wuhuanzi is a web of contradiction, and her true motives remain frustratingly unclear. Dancing around my question. Maybe she was also aware that her okay, let me read this again. During today's interrogation, she kept dancing around my question. Maybe she was also aware that her explanation didn't hold water, but just couldn't bring herself to admit it. This guess seemed a bit far-fetched even to you, but without more information, you can't come to any other conclusion. She helped you in the illusion, and now you want to return the favor. Even if you can't break her so-called curse of misfortune, at least it might help her understanding her true feeling. A dull-headed drop in your temple at Wuhuanzi cryptic Eastern incantation echo in your mind. You grab your pants again, drawing circle around the term good karma before adding a large question mark besides it. It looks like it's all come back to good karma in the end. One step at a time. Phase 1 done! Phase 2. Oh, she only have 3 phases. Okay. Let me buy this. Eat me. As the office in the office, Nightingale is briefing you on the aftermath of the Wisteria Maniac incident. Due to the widespread exposure to the dream, both the tryptocam and East Side are showing elevated M value and increased mania in punctuation. Several mania incidents have already occurred in East Side's outskirts, resulting in casualties. The situation at the tryptocam is deteriorating as well. The peripheral buildings still under repair from previous damage have been attacked again. The FAC has already dispatched forces and equipment, and the MPCC need to send support as well. You rub your tired eye as you stare at the lengthy task list before you. There's still so much to be done. I should make time to visit the tryptocam, see what else we can do for them. Oh, someone at the door. Is it Wuhuanzi? The urgent knocking interrupts Nightingale report. Before you can say come in, Wuhuanzi barged through the door. Yeah, it's her. Dude, will you spare a moment? It's something urgent. Wuhuanzi is clutching a copy of newspaper the bureau subscribed to. Her face flushed from what appeared to be a rushed journey here. She rarely comes here, except when it's to offer medical consultation or insist on treating your ailment. Nightingale, proceed with the standard procedure for now. Email me with any tasks that need my attention. Taking the hint, Nightingale pick up her device and leave, leaving you two alone. Inquire. We're alone now. Tell me what's on your mind. I need a permit to leave now. We back to the trip to camp. What is going on here? Early the next morning, you drive from the bureau to the trip to camp by the shortest route. Having visited countless times before, you know this street like the back of your hand. This time, however, you let Wuhuanzi take the lead. After all, you only here as her official escort for emergency leave. I'm sorry. If we haven't been in such a hurry, you wouldn't have blown out that tire right after we left. I drew a divination stick last night. The reading warned of obstacle ahead, so this must be my misfortune at work again. I'll pay you back with the money I made from my consultation. Weigh it up casually. Stop blaming your misfortune for everything. I was just showing off my amazing driving skill. I will give the spare tire a chance to shine. Ah, Chief. Trying to blaming on yourself. Ah. Yeah. Dude, Wuhuanzi been through a lot. She didn't need to blame herself for everything. It's not her bad luck though. She don't even have bad luck. It's just misfortune happened. The funeral began in less than 30 minutes. Your task now is to locate where it's being held, and fast. I need a permit to leave. Now. What's the reason? Wuhuanzi rarely requests to go out except for purchasing herbs. This must be something important. A few months ago, I treated an old lady at the trip to camp. I know I cured her. So why is her name in the obituaries? Something must have gone wrong. Calm down. Wuhuanzi's fingernails are digging into newspaper. You gently brush her finger away. Take the paper for a closer look. The newspaper is crammed with reports of events from every corner of the city. Where her figure left their mark is a tiny, perfectly square column tucked away in the corner of the page. This section carried the name of deceased without embellishment of flowery words. Someday the list run long, others short. Obituary note: the funeral will be held tomorrow morning at the trip to camp. I missed something? Could there have been an underlying condition I failed to spot? Or was there something wrong with the medicine I prescribed? Wuhuanzi paced anxiously before you, frantically going through every detail of her treatment, desperate to find some explanation for the elderly woman's death. I remember her name from the medical report. You did cure her condition. It might be some misunderstanding in there. Her death may not have anything to do with your treatment. Try to stay calm. The Bureau received multiple mania incident reports every day. The trip to camp hasn't been peaceful lately. As you watch Wuhuanzi's anxious demeanor, you recall something she said before. Is Wuhuanzi so concerned about the elderly woman's death because she's worried about her good karma? Would the good karma she earned from healing someone vanish upon their death? What are you hoping to find at the trip to camp? Wuhuanzi lifted her head to meet your gaze. Her tone is earnest and slightly imploring. You need to verify the true cause of Granny Wu's death. Contrary to your assumption, Wuhuanzi doesn't mention anything about good karma. Perhaps she isn't as upset with it as she claimed to be. Right now, she is simply a doctor who's concerned about her patient's life. You send that a chain to understand Wuhuanzi's true thought is about to present itself. Grab the car keys. Let's go. Huh? I sooner need a supervisor for emergency outing, right? And a driver. So that's how we're here. Okay. Damn. A patient died. Oh my god. This is it. We're here. By the time you arrive, the funeral about to begin. This appeared to be where the old lady lived. Her mother's home had been transformed into a simple memorial hall, too small to accommodate more than few people inside. Neighbors who can't get in crowd around the doorway. Wuhuanzi tried to squeeze through the crowd several times without success. She can only stand on tiptoe, eagerly peering inside over people's shoulder. How did Miss Wu pass away so suddenly? Didn't she recover from her leg condition? I heard she was even looking for part-time work. Who knows? Maybe she wasn't even cured at all. I remember that doctor. She was muttering strange things constantly and looking so gloomy. Probably just another quack. Oh, not you talking shit about Wuhuanzi. Don't spread rumors. I heard Miss Wu counted a corruptor while walking outside the trip camp. That's what happened. What's the point of going through the treatment? She still end up dead all the time. Jeez, this guy. I warned her not to wander around outside. Just look how dangerous it is out there these days. If she had just stayed home, none of this would happen. How can you talk like that? What's wrong with getting treatment? Try to show some respect. Yeah, caught whatever that person out. Jesus Christ, these people. No empathy. The neighbors continue their back and forth, each chiming in with their own opinion. Is it all pointless? Do you also think that? In times like these, saving life is just a futile effort? No. It just happened in a bad timing. It's not your fault. Amid the buzzing crowd and murmuring condolences, Wuhuanzi stopped in her drag. She echoed fragments of that conversation softly as her hand withdrew timidly. For a doctor, for Wuhuanzi, this life is one she literally wrestled away from death grabs. How could someone dismiss such an achievement so casually? You witnessed Wuhuanzi's medical expertise firsthand. Calling her a quack based on groundless rumor is not only unfair to her, but also disrespect to the life she saved. Exactly! These people is shit. Like, they are terrible people. You approach Wuhuanzi would put comfort on the tip of your tongue, but as the funeral music began to play, she hurried away as if fleeing. Oh, can you please chase after her? Wuhuanzi! Natural light barely reaches the heart of Drifter Camp. Lights stay on constantly as the only sort of illumination. After Wuhuanzi leaves the funeral, you quietly follow her. Get a sip of water. After walking for a while, Wuhuanzi gradually slowed down until she's walking side by side with you. I have heard such talk many times before. It doesn't bother me anymore. Wuhuanzi speak with an air of detachment, as if she used to numbering herself with these words. The young wandering healer returned to the trip camp to check on her former patient, only to be met with misunderstanding and wounded by cruel rumors. Does this really not bother you, or have you just grown used to it? Wuhuanzi come to stop beside you. Your question gives her the courage to speak. If it were you, if you knew that saving someone now might expose them to greater danger later, and you'll be misunderstood by others for it, would you still offer your help? Of course. Dude, Jeep happened to hell so many times. She get used to it, you know? Like nothing bothering her anymore at this point. Seeing the detection in Wuhuanzi's expression, you carefully choose your word, keeping your tone gentle. Eastia and the city are world apart in everything: language, mythology, theoretical frameworks, and even fundamental ways of thinking. You're a doctor, and I'm a chief of the NPCC. We operate in different environments, with entirely different approaches to saving lives. I'm not... Did I miss? Oh, okay, I'm not missing anything, okay. I'm not confident I can give you a good answer simply by applying my imagination. And I know my answer won't be useful to you right away, but I can share with you with my personal experience at the trip to camp. Would you like to hear my perspective? Wuhuanzi nod, and both you head toward the bustling street. You barely taking a few steps when someone recognizes you. Oh? It isn't Chief. It's been ages since you last visited. Check out my new home. Just finished rebuilding it yesterday. What do you think? It looks very nice. Aw, the people that Chief saved back in chapter 13. Aw. You wouldn't believe it. A corruptor broke in yesterday, but our guys from Rustfire managed to take care of it. Many incidents have been on the rise lately. Stay safe and get those outer defenses rebuilt as soon as you can. As you discuss mania and reconstruction, Wuhuanzi timidly interject with a question. Why rebuild it? What's that, young lady? I say, with so many corruptors out there, why not move somewhere else, safer, instead of rebuilding this place? I mean, it's their home. They cannot move. They cannot move anywhere. Huh? But this is our home. Exactly. This is their home. You know, they can't move. But when something breaks in your home, you fix it up. Can't just abandon it now, can we? Before you can formally respond to Wuhuanzi's question, more locals recognize you and crowd around. Chief, I think I developed a sleepwalking problem. In my dream, I was circling around this huge wisteria tree, and when I woke up, I found myself on top the awning above the market. Oh my god. Some shake your hand enthusiastically. Others sob and snivel as they pour out their troubles. There are even people asking you to sign some old photo of you, hoping to sell them for a good price. Oh my god, they're selling Chief's merch too. Oh man, Chief is popular in trip to camp, huh? Find a way to slip away. Everyone, please calm down. I'm here today to access the Impact Mania incident. Please don't crowd around. After addressing anyone concerned and question, the crowd finally dispersed. Just as you think you finally have time to answer in Wuhuanzi question, another local approached you hesitantly. Oh man. So you're the real. Interrupt him. Yes, that's me. Happy to be of service. Chief, you see my old man a little superstitious. He keeps forcing me to buy all sort of protective charm to hang around the house. Asian coin, peach wood sword, even crosses and garlic. Uh-oh. Is this guy family member religious? I don't know how to reason with him. He keeps saying we must be cursed with bad luck. That's why he keeps suffering through these disasters. Oh no! Oh man, that's yeah. We cannot escape mania. Unfortunately, that's the problem. I thought the dude I thought the dude family member was super religious. I was like, oh no. Then he started going on about how I'm not trying hard enough, saying I need to defy destiny, or else don't bother coming home. You give a simplified explanation for the wisteria incident, sharing only the information clear for public knowledge. This had nothing to do with luck or personal effort. Mania, corruptors, or even black rings are the real threat that exists, whether we like it or not. Crisis that we all need to face together. Exactly. For those Lucky Charms, if they really work, we don't need the Public Security Bureau or FAC. We could just pray our problems away. The man leaves after giving his thanks, but not before assist you to take his newly bought lucky bracelet. After watching you field question after question from everyone, Wuhuanzi fixed you with a serious look and posed one of her own. My friend, do you think that a person's fortune had nothing to do with how hard they try? You can't help but shake your head in amusement. Why is everyone coming to you with questions today? Do you really look like someone? Do you really look like some kind of walking fortune cookie dispenser? I believe luck is nothing more than probability. I consider myself a hard-working person, but that doesn't mean to improve my luck one bit. I even died once. You only add and will live. Oh yeah, freaking she was in coma in chapter 13. What about Lucky Charms? Have you ever tried using them? You mean this? You show her the lucky bracelet the local just gave you. With a gentle tug, the string breaks. Before you can catch it, the beads are scattered all over. With a patter, the beads bounce erratically before rolling to a stop next to Wuhuanzi and your feet. If it can't even hold itself together, how is it supposed to protect me? See? Now I even have to try to put it back in one piece. Wuhuanzi kneeled down helpfully. Beside you, helping to pick up the scattering beads one by one. And if neither effort nor lucky charm work, what can I do to avoid disaster? To escape all of this misfortune? Do an Eastern philosophy have explanation for this? I don't know much about it, but I remember you practiced divination and consult almanacs. What about your talisman, your peachwood sword, all these tools you carry? Shouldn't you know better than me about these things? Don't tell me you're not sure about them either. Wuhuanzi rise to her feet, staring down at the collected bead in her hands. her long band hiding her eyes. Standing before you now, she somehow resembled a student seeking guidance from a teacher. After a long while, she answered in a stiff voice. I'm indeed not sure. In the book I have studied, it's written that virtue brings fortune to those who practice it, and that morality is the foundation of all things. I kept telling myself that healing others would just accumulate good karma, that everything would get better once I earn enough, but it seemed I never really convinced myself of that. Now it's your turn to be confused. Oh no. Are you saying you have been lying to yourself? Why? Wuhuanzi browned it together. Her lip parted a few times and pressed shut again. Back in the interrogation room, when I said I was accumulating good karma to break my misfortune, I wasn't lying to you. I just withheld certain things. My misfortune wasn't something I was born with. This came from the disaster that destroyed my hometown. Oh shit. So we'll get to know about her past in the next phase. Alright. Crazy. Okay, final phase Wuhuanzi interrogation. Let's go. Have you memorized the new passage from yesterday? Who is this? Yes, I know it. Fortune and misfortune come not unbidden, but through our own doing, the fruit of good and evil follow us, just like one shadow. Excellent. Now, do you understand what those words mean? A senior disciple explained it to me. It means our action determine our fortune. So good deed bring good fortune. Bad deed bring misfortune. Your mother and I have chosen a nickname for you, Wuhuanzi. When you grow up, if you also wish to... Oh my, it's too early for such talk. All we wish is for you to grow up healthy and carefree. Whether she wants to inherit this nickname or become a healer, it's all up to her. Wait, so Wuhuanzi is not actually her name? Yu is her real name. Okay. Yu, there's another saying I want you to know. A single act of kindness can ward off 100 calamities. Whenever you feel chased by bad luck, just remember to be kind. The good karma you accumulate will help warn off all your troubles. Like how you heal people and save lives? Yes, that's right. The more good we do, the better this world becomes. Exactly. Oh shit. Wow. Oh no, what's happening? The disaster is here, run! Someone injured here. Quick, stop the bleeding! Try to turn it around the severed limb. Needle the vital point. Then... Watch out! Rock fall! Oh! No! Father! Mother! Someone help us. Oh my god, dude, her parent, no. Oh my god, monster. People are turning into monster. Oh no, the mania. Oh god, the corruptors. No, stay back. How could this happen? The man was gone. Didn't you say healing others would save the world? Father and mother, you lied to me. Oh no. It's not their fault, it's the corruptors. Oh no, so that's why she become the way she is now. Like she just, oh my god. Don't tell me doing good deeds could warn off all the trouble. Then why? Why did you leave me? There's nothing wrong with healing others. But there was a calamity that no one could help escape. Father, mother, none of us did anything wrong. We heal people and save lives. Why are we still struck by such tragedy? Oh God. Please, I can't make sense of it. Was our faith not strong enough? You stay strong. It must be our spiritual cultivation that was still lacking. Yes, that's right. We hadn't earned enough good karma to warn off such destruction disaster. Unfortunately, it's not all good. Like, you know, shit, bad things happen. No, nothing we can do, you know. So it's not depend on how much you did, you know, good deed. It's still going to happen at some point. So that's why. That might be it. There can be no other reason. My parents away from me. I survived narrowly and even awakened my special power, but with it came this misfortune that was haunting me ever since. My fellow disciples were like family to me. They comfort me and encourage me to overcome my grief. I have no time to dwell on my sorrow. With each year ravaged by disaster and sickness, I set out my journey to heal and save as many as I could. Wuhuanzi speaks softly, her gaze traveling across the winding street of the drifted camp, layering on the half-rebuilt structure on its edges. Throughout my journey, I've saved many lives. Lost just as many. I once thought I could wrestle life from death grasp, but in the end, I realized how powerless I truly was. When the world itself is crumbling, what can one person do to stop it? All my medical knowledge means nothing in the face of calamity. She let out a long, heavy sigh, each word of this painful truth seeming to drag itself unwillingly from her lips. I watched helplessly as those I had healed were slaughtered by monsters, crushed by falling rocks, burned alive in flames. The dying transformed into the monster themselves, while the survivors lost their home and families. I convinced myself that I'm only healing others to earn good karma, as instructed by the ancient text, and attribute my misfortune to not having done enough. But every time I try to save someone, I'm terrified. Is the act of saving life ultimately meaningless? Am I truly saving them, or merely changing the way they'll meet their end? Wuhan's voice catch in her throat as she looked up at you, tears welling in her eyes. Have I been wrong all along? In a world like this, it's pointless to try to save someone's life, isn't it? Like someone drowning, she desperately grasping for anything that might keep her afloat. It's not pointless. You chose to save others because that's who you are. Someone with a kind heart. Children dash past with playful shout. Street vendors call out their wares. Warm lights spill from the window of home, carrying the sound of laughter. It all feels so ordinary, so beautiful, as if things like mania, corruptors, and black rings all only belong in some distant world. Look around you. This simple moment of daily life continue because of the life you save. Isn't that the point? You come such a long way on your own, witness so much depth and despair, yet you'll never stop trying to save life. That takes remarkable strength. Exactly! Like, she never gave up. She continued doing stuff. Like, continue to heal people, doing her job. But she's not giving up. Listen to Cheap, girl. Following your gaze, Wuhuanzi looked out at the triptych camp. She's seen these ladies seen countless times before, but always through the eye of a doctor searching for a patient. All she saw was people's illnesses, and all she cared about was rushing to cure them, never realizing saving life meant more than the simple matter of life and death. The difficult task of saving life took a toll on you, so you found yourself an excuse, or rather an anchor to hold on to. It does help steady your heart and numb the pain, but like any aesthetic, its effect grows weaker over time. I'm glad you shared this with me. It means you're starting to trust me, aren't you? Wuhuanzi nodded, sniffing slightly as she collected herself. You asked me earlier if I knew that saving someone might expose them to greater danger later. I might be understood by others for it. Would I still offer my help? Of course I would. Those people who just came to share their story and express their gratitude, they're the one I have saved. I could never stand by and watch them die. There's only much I can do, and those I have saved still face many challenges ahead. Some of them are doing well now, while others are worse off than before. Do they ever regret being saved by you? You smile. I don't know, but I do know that the dead have no chance for regret. Before saving someone, do you ever consider that might happen to them afterward? I mean, is there really time for that? Choosing not to save someone leads to only one outcome, death. But choosing to save them creates endless possibilities, both for them and for yourself. Even if death will still claim them in the end, still claim them in the end, the existence of something cannot be undone. Yeah, that's life. People may die, but the memory we share with them live on. Buildings may crumble, but as long as their builders survive, they can be rebuilt. Take this area and West District. Some places have been reduced to ruin, while others have been risen again with towering new buildings. Even ruins themselves become historic landmarks that people remember and visit. I have saved others, and they have saved me in turn. That's the sole reason I'm still standing here with you today. As Wuhuanzi listened intensely, understanding seemed to be dawning on her. Oh yeah, the cemetery. You remember you reached the memorial at the foot of the drifter camp. True reconstruction here isn't complete yet. Some camp residents are voluntarily clearing away the scattered rubble. You and Wuhuanzi keep your distance, not wanting to disturb their work. Death is never meaningless. Things happen, and people remember. This memorial stands for those who gave their lives for the drifter camp and the mine. No matter how many times this place is destroyed, people will rebuild it again and again. It's because of people like this that humanity history continues to be written. And to be honest, I don't really care about being remembered. I don't do what I do to leave behind a legacy or achieve what people would call a happy ending. And why? What do you save life for? Realizing the conversation have gotten rather heavy, you shrug and stretch your stiff muscle. Simply because I want to. Ah, damn, Chief is so selfless. That's it? That's it. Selfless Chief. Wuhuanzi stared at you blankly. Waiting for you to elaborate. Well, I just couldn't stand by and do nothing, so I helped them out. I don't understand. Saving life is a complex task. Can the motivation really be that simple? A person's life or death affects so many people, so many things. Seeing Wuhuanzi caught in another loop, you let out a resigned sigh, pondering how to help her break free from this mental maze. Just then a group of young people appeared near you, the faint scent of incense still clinging to their clothes. Let's hurry and clear this area. Miss Wu was really concerned about rebuilding the memorial before she passed away. Miss Wu cared about so many things. His education at the drifter camp, support for the elderly left on their own. We must carry on all of these missions she left behind. Of course we will. Miss Wu sure kept herself busy after recovering from her leg injury, taking on so many responsibilities. The young people chatted casually as they were, the white origami flowers pinned to their chests as they roll up their sleeves to clear away the rubble at their feet. You gently nudge Wuhuanzi with your arm, gesturing for her to observe them. But at least Miss Wu was happy. She kept talking about that gifted young healer who healed her leg, saying she wanted to probably thank her if they ever met again. It's too late for that now. I'm wondering if that young healer came to Miss Wu's funeral today. Huh? Upon hearing them mention Miss Wu and young healer, Wuhuanzi turned to you with disbelief in her eyes. Yeah, they love you. Some people love you, some people hate you, so... Are they? Any student? You're not, judging from their clothes and conversation. There's no doubt about it. You see? Even though Miss Wu has passed away, Treating her sure isn't meaningless, isn't it? As you guys like to say in Eastia, every encounter happened for a reason. There must be a reason why we met them here today. Wuhuanzi blinks. My friend, you grow more and more knowledgeable about Eastian culture. Oh man, yeah. Actually, before coming here, I was wondering if cheating her somehow led to her accident. If I hadn't killed her self-righteously, she could still be reading by the window or making Crouch's door. She might not have ventured into danger and died such a meaningless death. I couldn't accept Miss Wu's eventual death despite my treatment. It's my one-sided regret. Am I forcing my will upon the natural order by thinking like this? Or search for the truth. Perhaps your belief that she died a meaningless death is just as one-sided? Your words seem to cast as a loose thread, and Wuhuanzi thought, gently beginning to unravel it. Under your gentle gaze, she reached out and grasped it herself. Wuhuanzi clenched her fist briefly, as if she cheering for herself, then walked toward one of the youngsters. Is Granny Wu's funeral over? When you returned to the funeral, the mourner had already dispersed, leaving only Granny Wu's family to tend the final arrangement. The Crypto Camp is home to people from all walks of life, and funerals are a simple affair, lacking elaborate ceremony common in Eastia. Before you can get closer, a woman who'd been watching anxiously by the door hurried over and took Wuhuanzi's hand in hers. Young healer, you came back. Thank goodness. My brother and I were completely overwhelmed with the funeral arrangement. We'd only heard from the neighbors afterward you would come by, but got scared by the crowd. My brother went out to look for you while I wait here, and here you are. The woman seemed overwhelmed by sentiment, unused to handle this kind of emotional display, and in others, Wuhuanzi turned to you with a helpless look. Curious to see how she handled this, you would tend not to notice her discomfort and simply give her an encouraging look. Please accept my deepest condolences. Racking her brain, Wuhuanzi fall back on the most common Eastern condolence phrase she can think of. My brother spoke of you a lot. He would tell us how much you helped her when you were here, and what a dear, kind person you were. She was always worried about you. Will you have a place to stay, if you were eating properly, or if law enforcement was bothering you? Hearing about the old woman's constant concern for her, Wuhuanzi's throat tightened. She seemed unable to hide her grievance any longer. Your mother, she was truly a kind soul. She was the one who took me in when I couldn't afford to stay in an inn. When everyone else doubted me, refused my treatment, she gave me a chance, saying she hadn't been able to walk for years anyway. Is there anything I could do to help? Something I could do for your mother? Wuhuanzi asked gingerly. You have already done so much for us. Mother and I will take care of the funeral arrangement. Please don't worry. In fact, I'm wondering if we could do anything for you. The woman looked at Wuhuanzi with such tender concern that it caught her off guard. The same kind of look you gave her not too long ago. Oh, I hope not being presumptuous. You look so sad and aggrieved. Touched by her kindness, Wuhuanzi gently waved her hand as she replied. May I know, after she regained her ability to walk, was your mother happy? Of course, she was all over the moon. And it wasn't just her. My brother and I were overjoyed to see her that way as well. Because of her leg, she hasn't left the drifter camp for many years. While we were away working, she spent most of her time alone at home. Her spirit lives considerably. She used to be a teacher, so I even found a part-time nanny job in East Side. So she even found a part-time nanny job in East Side. She wouldn't stop telling us how full of energy she felt. She was even saving money to buy gifts for her grandchildren. Hearing about Granny Wu's new life, a faint smile touched Wuhuanzi's lip. Aww. All the dream her patient once shared about life after recovery has come true. Then, how did she pass away? Hearing the question, sadness washed over the woman's face. A few days ago, a Rouge corruptor appeared in the outskirts of East Side. My mother was on outing with her employer and their child at the time. She died protecting the child from the corruptor. Her sacrifice fought enough time before the sheriff arrived. No way. Wuhuanzi's voice trembled. If she had stayed in the drifter camp, maybe she wouldn't have. No, please don't think like that. She never regret leaving home. She would never regret saving that child. Though her death broke our heart, we feel proud of her. She dedicated her whole life to nurturing children, and she died protecting one she loved. My mother always preferred tranquility, so we kept her funeral simple and quiet. We want her to depart this world in peace and serenity. Was she at peace when she passed? Did she suffer at all? As much hesitation, Wuhuanzi finally gathered the courage to ask what had been weighing heaviest on her mind. It's happened quickly, which was a mercy. I see. That's a relief. Wuhuanzi rubbed her eye and managed a bitter smile, her voice catching as she speak. May I go in? Of course you can. My mother would have been very happy to see you. The room was bustling earlier in the morning, now light and silent. Though modest furnished, everything is kept in order, in perfect order. A testament to how much she cherished life. On a table in the center of the room sit a photograph of an elderly woman. A gentle smile reached her eyes. Granny Wu, I'm here. Wuhuanzi took a white flower from the long table by the door and gently placed it before the elderly woman photograph. I'm at the place called Bureau now. I have a room there, food on my table, and someone who patiently answers all my questions. I can continue healing people and doing good deeds. Wuhuanzi's throat tightened and her voice began to quiver, despite her best effort. I'm doing well, so wherever you're now, please don't worry about me. A breeze tripped through the window, stirring the flower petal. Wuhuanzi's vision blurred with tears, but stubbornly fight back a sob, quickly wiping away the tear with her sleeve before they can fall. After bidding farewell to Granny Wu's daughter, you both leave the alley behind. Wuhuanzi fiddled with a crushed doll given to her by Granny Wu's daughter. After granting her death for life, Granny Wu had made many such dolls to help support her family. So, young healer, did you find the answer you were looking for? Wuhuanzi stopped in her track and not taking a small step closer to you. As you see, things aren't always as simple as they seem. When danger strikes, the urge to save others comes naturally. It's the same for Granny Wu. She did that because she had a kind heart, and so do you. Then, so stop talking about crumbling world and how everything beyond saving. Leave all things trouble to those big shots. Is that really okay? Is it foolish to keep trying when it seems pointless? Yeah, it's pretty foolish. But thanks to that very foolishness, we both managed to save quite few people, aren't we? Saving the city might seem impossible, but we can always help the person right in front of us. Whether through a kind deed or gentle word of guidance, who knows? Once we help everyone we can reach, we just find we save the world in process. After all, the world is made up of the people you see. Whatever you witness, whatever you feel, that's become your world. After a long silence, you finally hear Wuhuanzi whisper something to her crush's toy. I understand now. Whether something is truly foolish or meaningful, we will never know unless we give it a try. Yes, girl. From now on, I'll help everyone I want to help, whether it's earn me good karma or not. Yes, girl. Take cheap advice. My friend, thank you for bringing me to the trip to camp, and for walking this long path with me. Pat her head. Aww. I'm glad you found the answer. Mental turmoil is terrible for one's well-being. You keep trying to heal me, but you should take care of yourself as well. Wuhuanzi raised her head, a warm smile playing across her face as she asked you. Then, can I start by helping you? Not for any particular reason. I simply want to. Even if you don't want my help, I'm going to help you anyway. And of course, it's free of charge. Ah. Seeing the new hope in Wuhuanzi's eye, you find it impossible to refuse. Of course you can. Why don't we start with you helping me resolve the mania-related issue of the trip to camp? For instance, how about sealing that priest the corruptor made on the east side? Maybe with your talisman. Several days later, NPC chief office. Looking at the steaming herbal decoction at your desk, then at Wuhuanzi's stone little face, you finally realize just how rash your earlier decision was. Do I really have to drink this? Oh no, she's making medicine for Chief? You must. Can I please skip this one? Poor Chief. I have to drink medicine. No. Wuhuanzi's gaze remained resolute, completely unmoved by your desperate plea. Oh, poor Chief. You squeeze your eyes shut and try to convince yourself. Just pretend it's a budget version of Bureau signature coffee. And we're done. Okay. We done.